Have you ever heard of Machiavelli's darkest year? In 1513, the man who would become the most feared political mind in history was stripped of everything overnight. His career gone, his reputation destroyed, his freedom taken. They arrested him, tortured him, and threw him into a cell with nothing but his own thoughts and the wreckage of the life he had built. Most men would have broken beyond repair. Machiavelli did something else entirely. He walked out of that prison, exiled to a small farm with no power and no prospects, and he sat down and wrote the most ruthless blueprint for power ever created: The Prince. A manuscript so dangerous that governments tried to ban it. A document that kings, dictators, and the most powerful men in modern history have quietly studied ever since. Here is what nobody tells you about that story. Machiavelli did not write The Prince despite being broken. He wrote it because of it. The destruction did not end him. It gave him a clarity that no comfortable man ever has access to. The clarity of a man who has lost everything and decided with cold and total precision what he is going to build from the wreckage. That is exactly where you are right now. And these are the 7 principles he left behind for men like you in moments exactly like this. If NoirMachiavelli is new to you, hit subscribe right now. This channel is cold philosophy and sharp strategy for men who are done being soft about where their life is going. You belong here. Now, let's rebuild. Principle 1. Nobody owes you anything. Burn the ledger and begin. You have been operating from a contract that was never signed. From the time you were young, you were handed a deal. Work hard, stay loyal, show up, be good, and the world will meet you halfway. So you believed it. You kept your end without question. You showed up for people who were already planning their exit. You gave more than you had to give. You stayed when leaving would have been easier. And somewhere in the back of your mind, without even realizing it, you were keeping a ledger. Every sacrifice logged, every act of loyalty recorded, every time you extended yourself for someone who did not deserve it, you were waiting, quietly and completely, for the universe to settle the debt. It never came. And that waiting, that invisible, soul-draining waiting for a fairness that was never built into the system, that is what hollowed you out. Not the betrayal, not the failure, the expectation. Machiavelli saw this with brutal clarity. The world does not run on fairness. It never has. It runs on power, on leverage, on who moves and who waits, on who builds and who watches. Fairness is a story the powerless tell themselves to make sense of their position, and it is the most effective cage ever constructed, because every bar is built from the inside, by you, from your own unmet expectations. The moment you accept this, not with bitterness, but with the cold relief of a man who finally sees clearly, the bleeding stops. Nobody owed you the life that did not happen. And nobody owes you the rebuild either. That is not cruelty. That is liberation. Because the second you stop waiting for a debt that was never owed, you stop being a man waiting, and you start being a man building. Burn the ledger, every page. That is where the king's story actually begins. Principle 2. Your suffering is not your identity. It is your raw material. Every man who gets broken faces the same 2 temptations. The first is to wear the wound publicly, to lead with it, to make the pain the most defining thing about him, letting it become his personality, his opening line, his entire identity. The second is to bury it so deep that it never gets examined, just packed down until it silently poisons every decision, every relationship, every opportunity that comes after. Both of those are ways of wasting what the suffering is trying to give you. Machiavelli lost everything in 1513, and instead of performing his grief or burying it, he did something almost no man has the discipline to do. He read the wreckage. He looked at everything that went wrong, the betrayals, the power shifts, the blind spots in his own thinking, and he extracted from it a level of strategic clarity that 14 years of success had never produced. Your pain contains the same thing. Your betrayals showed you exactly who people are beneath the performance, information no comfortable man ever gets. Your failures revealed the precise cracks in your own thinking that you never would have found on your own. Your losses stripped away every softness that was making you vulnerable without you knowing it. That is not tragedy. That is intelligence, earned at the highest possible price. The men who come back from destruction and become something greater do not come back that way because they suffered more than others. They come back that way because they were honest enough to read what the suffering was showing them and ruthless enough to use it as building material instead as a permanent story about why their life went wrong. Mine, every piece of it. Nothing that broke you is wasted if you are paying attention.
Principle 3. Disappear. Real rebuilds happen in silence. Think about the last time you told someone you were changing. Maybe you posted about it. Maybe you told your friends. You were done with the old life, done with the old patterns, starting fresh. And for a moment, it felt real. The declaration, the energy, the feeling of beginning again. And then something shifted. The skepticism crept in from the people around you. The quiet resistance from those who needed you to stay the same because your sameness made them comfortable. And without realizing it, you started performing the rebuild instead of doing it. Because now there was an audience, and audiences change everything. Machiavelli understood this about power better than almost anyone. The man who announces his strategy hands his opposition exactly what they need to dismantle it. And the man who announces his personal transformation hands the people around him exactly what they need to slow it down. When you are in the middle of rebuilding yourself, silence is not weakness, it is armor. Move quietly, build without narrating. Let the people around you believe whatever version of you they need to believe in for now. Do not correct them, do not explain, do not seek validation for a process that does not require their approval to succeed. The most dangerous version of any man is the one nobody saw coming. Disappear into the work, emerge as the result. Let that be the only announcement you ever make. Principle 4. Your circle is either building you or slowly destroying you. There is no middle ground. There is someone in your life right now who is more dangerous to your rebuild than any enemy you have ever had. They are not cruel, they do not hate you, they might genuinely care about you, but they care about the version of you that fell. Because that version of you was manageable. He was familiar. He needed them in a way that the rebuilt version of you might not. And that, your growth, your becoming, your quiet and steady transformation into something they cannot easily place, is something certain people will resist without ever admitting it, even to themselves. They will ask questions that plant doubt at exactly the wrong moments. They will remind you of the old you when you need to be fully focused on the new one. They will be just slightly too comfortable when you stumble and just slightly too quiet when you win. Machiavelli devoted more of the prince to proximity and counsel than almost any other subject, because he had watched powerful men fall not from outside attack, but from the slow erosion of being surrounded by the wrong minds. A ruler, he wrote, is only ever as sharp as the sharpest thinking in his inner circle. The same is true for you. Audit your circle with the coldness of a strategist, not the sentimentality of a man who confuses history with value. How long someone has been in your life is not evidence they belong in your future. Cut deliberately. Cut without lengthy explanation where explanation has not been earned. Fill the empty space with silence before you fill it with anyone else. Because an empty circle is far less dangerous than one full of people pulling you quietly and constantly back toward the man you are trying to leave behind. You already know who needs to go.
you have known for a while now.
Principle 6. Patience is not waiting. It is the most aggressive strategy available to you. When a man has been broken and starts to rebuild, every instinct he has tells him to move fast, prove something, create visible results, make the pain stop as quickly as possible by showing the world and himself that he is already back. That urgency is understandable. It feels like momentum. It feels like fighting back. It is almost always what kills the rebuild, because fast and right are not the same thing. A man who rebuilds in panic does not create something new. He rebuilds the same structure with a different coat of paint, same foundation, same cracks, same vulnerabilities, just hidden under a more recent layer of effort. And when pressure comes again, as it always does, the same spots break. Machiavelli was precise. Fortune does not simply favor the bold. Fortune sustains only the patient. Boldness without patience is energy without direction, fire without architecture. It burns, it moves, and it leaves nothing permanent behind. The strategic man reads 3 moves ahead and positions himself before the moment arrives. He knows when to act. He knows when holding his position is the most powerful move available. And when he finally moves, he moves once with full force at exactly the moment his opponents have already exhausted themselves waiting for him to crack. Your circumstances want you to rush. Your pain wants you to react. Do not give either of them that. Sit, think, position. Build the foundation so correctly that it never needs to be rebuilt again. The rebuild is a campaign. Treat it like one. Principle 7. Kill the old man. What rises from this must be something entirely new. Here is the final principle, the one that makes every other one either hold or collapse entirely. The man you were when life broke you was not your final form. He was a starting point that should have been unacceptable. Same blind spots in the same places that were exploited before. If you rebuild that man, you have not recovered. You have reconstructed the conditions for the next destruction. The faces will be different. The circumstances will be different. The result will be exactly the same. Real reinvention is ruthless. It requires you to look at the previous version of yourself, not with hatred, not with nostalgia, with the cold precision of a man who needs to understand exactly what failed and why. Not what happened to him, what inside him allowed it to happen. What did he believe that left the door open? What did he tolerate that should have been ended far sooner? Where were the cracks in the structure long before the collapse arrived? Find those answers, name them honestly, then restructure everything around them. Not just the habits, not just the routines, the identity itself. The standard you hold yourself to, the version of yourself you default to when no one is watching and everything is difficult. Because the man who becomes genuinely unstoppable is not the man who survived the destruction. He is the man who used the destruction as a complete and total education and built something from it that cannot be broken the same way twice, because the original vulnerabilities no longer exist in him. That is not recovery, that is transformation, and it does not happen by accident. It happens because you make one decision, quietly, completely, without ceremony or audience, that the man who fell is not coming back. What rises from here is something else entirely.
7 principles. Not a speech, not a program. A map built by a man who lost everything and used the loss to produce something that outlasted every king, every empire, and every comfortable philosopher who never had to rebuild from nothing. The breakdown you experienced was real. The betrayal was real. The pain of a world that did not meet you where you believed it should, all of it was real. You do not need to minimize it. You do not need to be grateful for it before you are ready. but it does not get the final word. You do. Not the version of you that kept the ledger, not the version that wore the wound in public. The version sitting here right now who has heard 7 principles, recognized himself in them, and feels something shifting, that man decides what comes next. Quietly, without needing a witness, without waiting for permission. The old chapter is closed. Go build something they cannot ignore. Drop a comment right now. Tell me which of these 7 principles you needed most today. I read every single one. And if this video found you at the right moment, share it. One man in your life is sitting exactly where you were at the beginning of this video. You already know who that is. Send it to him. I will see you in the next one.